I take a look at this beautiful sight captured in the skies last night over Spokane. This is a photo from the National Weather Service of the aurora. It's been visible across much of the northern U.S. for the past few nights.
It is gorgeous. I am so jealous. I wanted to see that last night. We were chatting about that this time last night, but we had all that cloud cover.
Yeah, and unfortunately that cloud cover is still in place. So if you want to head out to Spokane, you got a shot at seeing it, or northern Iowa. There were even some reports that they saw it from Mount Shasta in Northern California. But did you notice this one purple? Not that typical green, some good stuff. We're going to see if we can clear those skies out this weekend. We got a little bit of work to do. We're going to start our story at SeaTac, where we've got a little bit of camera rock happening. In fact, we've had that through most of the night tonight. That is not your television. That is a wind that is coming through from the south and west about 15 miles an hour. Gusts have got up to a 25 and even 30 tonight. That will settle overnight. Wow, look what we didn't do today. 47 was the official high today. 55 is the 30-year average for today's date. 37 in the overnights had us well below average there too. Okay, yeah, the record for today's date is close to 70 degrees. We'll get there eventually. In fact, I do see some 60s on the horizon next week. Trace of rain in the gauges today, and that sunset at 7:28 was kind of a mixed bag for a lot of people. Gorgeous live look over Everett right now, where I'm happy to report we are not tracking any convergence. Most of that has been over top of King County through most of the night, or a little bit farther up towards the north over top of Mount Vernon. Live look from Bellingham as well. Just, ooh, fantastic. In fact, the sunset tonight was really interesting. There was a low cloud deck, and then there was the sun just peeking out right along the horizon there. Things looking pretty good though. Even the water is fairly glassy this time of night. Take a look at what we got going on here. Everything kind of curving in there from the north and west. And as we were marveling at last night, not one, but two convergence zones. And again, just kind of splitting the uprights. Everett's right in the middle of it for a change. Congratulations. Looks like Mount Vernon's taken one for the team there. And again, King County has been active through most of the night. We saw some steady and heavy rain through the commute tonight. Still tracking a lot of that is pushing some snow up into Snoqualmie Pass and up towards Stevens Pass as well. Another check up towards the north there has Mount Vernon pretty much right in the crosshairs of any moisture that's coming in from the west there. And then it looks like up towards Whatcom County there, where we were just looking a moment ago, looks like we've got some steadier, heavier rain that's pushing into the foothills that will convert over to snow right where Mount Baker is. So overnight tonight, we will see a lot of that wind down, especially over top of King County. It looks like we'll keep that convergence up towards Mount Vernon. And then as we make our way through the day, a little more showery in nature. We'll see some activity down towards the southern portion of the I-5 corridor that once again could put some wet snowflakes into the forecast there. Again, not expecting much in the way of accumulation, but it's entirely possible it could be a wintry mix out there. Sunday's looking pretty darn good. In fact, of the 2 days this weekend, I'm liking it a lot better than I'm liking Saturday. And then we got some new moisture moving in on Monday. So as far as low snow accumulation goes, not really a whole lot to talk about here. Possibly Renton and even the Renton Highlands could pick up some snow. Those snow levels plunging down to about 300 feet overnight tonight. But again, not expecting much accumulation. Looking up towards Snoqualmie Pass, it is snowing, but the road is in pretty good shape there. The whole camera lens has just been covered up at Stevens throughout the entire night. Winter weather advisory will remain in effect until 5 a.m. on Saturday. 7-day forecast shows some incremental warming, puts us into the 50s on Sunday, mid 50s on Monday, 60 on Wednesday, and looking good for the Mariners home opener on Thursday.